Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to give you a little tour around the city of Dunedin, Florida. And the first things that you see here are some murals that have been done. There's a lot of artwork in Dunedin. This view is the intercoastal waterway. The buildings that you see way off in the distance, that is actually Clearwater Beach. Now you're looking down the boardwalk, which is connected to Weaver Park in Dunedin. Straight ahead you see some green, and that is Caladesi Island. It is beautiful and all natural. There are no homes on the island, no vehicles to my knowledge, maybe for the park ranger. It's really beautiful. And then off to our right, you see some townhomes or condos there. And in that direction is actually the Dunedin Causeway, which I will drive over in order to get to Honeymoon Island. And we will finish our tour of Dunedin with a sunset on Honeymoon Island. Now I'm going to drive through some neighborhoods and just show you some of the local architecture. I'm always fascinated by the fact that houses can be so different in different areas of the United States and of course the world. This scene here is actually some folks that live on the water, and these are their boat docks. Coming up is the Fenway Hotel. This is a historic landmark. It was a hotel originally built, and then it became a college, and then it became something else, and then it was abandoned. So it has been recently restored back to a hotel with some restaurants in it. Now we're going to head back over into some neighborhoods so that again you can see some of the local architecture. Some of these homes are rather old, and then some of them are not. Some are built in the 20s, some are built in the 40s, 70s, so not much of it's new construction though. Most of our houses down here are made from concrete block, but some of the really old ones are made from wood. So we made a quick trip through that local neighborhood, and now we are headed straight for Edgewater Drive again, and you can see the water just beyond those palm trees there. Now just around this corner, this house here is very old. Probably one of the original homes built on Edgewater Drive. Also the neighboring house is another one of those. It's kind of a colonial style. That one's really old as well. I just love seeing the historic houses. They're very unique and different, and they just have a little style of their own. We're still on Edgewater Drive, and you'll see the intercoastal waterway again, and the beautiful trail that's on Edgewater that people use for exercise and taking walks and relaxing. So just across the way again is Clearwater Beach and Island Estates. This is just a little bit of a closer view to it since we cruised down Edgewater. Well, I think you've seen enough of that, so now we're going to head on over to the historic church, and but we're going to start off with the butterfly garden that's right next door to the church. I'll just give you a little tour of the garden and show you some of the plants that are here that attract butterflies. There's also some artwork here, which is fun to see. Coming up is the little free library, and people are free to take a book out of the box and also free to place a book in the box, and it's basically community sharing, and these are scattered throughout Pinellas County in Florida. And here is the little Kindness Rock Garden, and it's a place where you can leave or take a painted rock, and it's just kind of a community sharing. Here we have what I think is the tool shed for the garden, but I just absolutely love how they've painted this artwork on it. This is a bike rack in the shape of a butterfly. Remember in the beginning of this video when you saw the murals? Well, here's another mural, and it is a picture of this church. So this is St. Andrew's Memorial Chapel. Here's the story of how this church got its name. Before it was built, John G. Andrews lost his brother William, who was killed while riding a horse during a violent storm. Andrews pledged $200 towards the church's construction, provided that it be named Andrews Memorial Presbyterian Church in memory of his late brother. This church was designed in the Gothic style and features heart pine construction with a hand-carved beamed ceiling and pews. It is not in its original site. It was moved in 1970. The chapel was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1972 and is considered to be one of the oldest buildings in the area. We have just stepped into the bride's room, so yes, people still get married in this beautiful church. This is the space where the bride can get ready for her special day. I have to show you this clock. It was constructed in 1740. Absolutely beautiful. Well, this concludes our tour of this beautiful landmark. So now we're going to go ahead and head out to Honeymoon Island for a wonderful sunset. Well, here we are on Honeymoon Island. It is a beautiful day. I can already tell that the sunset is going to be absolutely magnificent. Honeymoon Island is a barrier island, which is across from St. Joseph Sound, from Palm Harbor, Ozona, and Crystal Beach, Florida. It has 4 miles of beach. If you remember earlier, I mentioned Caladesi Island. Well, Caladesi and Honeymoon Island used to be the same piece of land, but they were split apart during a major hurricane in 1921. When the hurricane split the island in two, it created a waterway, and that is now known as Hurricane Pass. Honeymoon and Caladesi Islands are both frequently voted in the top 10 best natural beaches in the world. I hope you have enjoyed your trip through Dunedin with me. We certainly made it around town today, and I hope you are enjoying watching this beautiful sunset. If you have enjoyed the time that we spent together today, please smash that like button and subscribe.
What do you think, Andrew?